Hi everyone, Nicole Lewis here with Happy Homes VA, coming to you on March 18th, 2021. I would love to say as usual that it's a beautiful day outside, but unfortunately the weather is not so great. However, I am coming to bring you some useful and great information, so that should take away from all the rain and gloom outside. With that said, I wanted to take a moment to talk to you this week, buyers. I'm working with quite a few. This market is challenging. There's no two ways about it. The first key, of course, is to find yourself a realtor who's able to write you the strongest offers that you are able to actually write. Don't put yourself in jeopardy. Walk through and talk through all the risks. I know that I'm overtly transparent with my clients when there's risks involved, and I think it's really important to make fully informed decisions. Anybody who's worked with me, anybody who knows me knows that I'm all about education and transparency. And I think it's really important in this market that you find yourself the right teammate who is going to have this kind of relationship with you, where you're not flying blind and just agreeing to things to get into homes without understanding what those risks are in regards to the terms and conditions that you're working through. With that said, I also want to address those who are beginning the home search process right now. Rates are still crazy low, and opportunities for buyers are really strong in terms of eligibility for borrowing and all of that. So I have a word of advice if you are going to begin or are interested in beginning the process. This is being set up for success, rather, is not only relied on who it is that you're partnering with, but I think it's also critical that you take some steps to be proactive in that relationship. First and foremost, talk to a lender. If you don't know a lender and you know a realtor, find out from your realtor who the lender that they recommend is. Start doing your research. I would recommend exploring mortgage brokers, mortgage specialists, lenders. Everybody's different. No two lenders are alike, much like no two realtors are alike. You can deal with a private bank, you can deal with a large lending institution, you can deal with a broker who deals with wholesale products. It's really important to understand what you're working with when it comes to the finances. And more important than that, being ready with your pre-approval before you pick up the phone and start contacting realtors. What's happening in this market with contracts being written within days of going on the market, homes flying off the shelves, is that if you start looking and you are not prepared to purchase what you're looking at, in the time that you have fallen in love, slept on the house, and now are reaching out to a lender to gather what's needed for pre-approval, there's a very high likelihood that somebody is out there bidding and likely working on contracting on that very property that you are now working on. So if I can offer one bit of advice to the buyers out there, it's to be proactive and to work towards setting yourself up for success. And that not only starts from the realtor side, but again, from the lending one. If you're curious about lenders in the Virginia, West Virginia area, and even in Florida, I have resources that I'm more than happy to directly recommend. If you are curious outside of your area and are looking for a realtor to help guide you the way that I would in Virginia and West Virginia, please feel free to reach out. It would be a pleasure to be a resource for anybody who needs that help. I love what I do. I love helping people. It's such a part of my DNA that it's a pleasure to be that resource for anybody who needs it. So with that said, start working on those finance pieces, start getting your lending together, and then call your realtor to start looking at houses to then write you the strongest offers and most informed offers you can make as a team. And I promise you, it might not happen immediately, but it's going to happen. So just have the patience with the process and the people that you're working with. And if you're in the right hands, it's going to happen. So with that said, happy Thursday, and I will see you next week. Thank you, everybody.